Hampshire High School. I'm Phil Stewart, the faculty director, and this is Frank Wall, our student producer, and he has something to say to you. But before he does, I would just like to say that this has been a special show for us in many ways. We hope you'll enjoy the show as much as other people have enjoyed the show. This is probably the sickest company I've ever worked with, and I would say at least 30% of the kids have gotten the flu, and they're all here. That's how much they do about the show. About the show itself, it's about people who think about things that happened to them while they were in high school. They're not really, it's not really about any particular school, any particular class. It's universal. No matter what one does with one's life after high school, college, careers, families, there are always those moments where you reflect upon something that happened while you were in high school, and that's basically what this show focuses upon. And I hope you will enjoy the perspectives that the writers have created for this show. This show has language in it that deems it necessary for me to label the show the equivalent of a PG-13 movie. It means that the language is perhaps stronger than you would care to have for children 13 or under to be hearing. So if you have children of that age and you don't want them hearing that language in this show, you might want to get a refund on that one. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Welcome to the show. If you all take a look at your program, open it to the center, you'll see the addendum. That's where we house the people who accidentally got left out of the program. And if you look at it, so you make sure that everybody who does deserve credit gets it. Also, an omission from the addendum was that John Garichet does belong in the song For Them. He is in the song, but it's not in the addendum, so you might want to know that. There will be a short 10-minute intermission where refreshments will be sold. And during the show, we would appreciate it if you would refrain from all photography. Disturb the cast. Well, enjoy the show. We'll see y'all later.
Excuse me, could y'all move down?
Always remember, boss? Boss.
It was Lucia Bond.
My SAT score. Then Ellen said, you won. You're the new class president.
Lucia Bond was Dick Roseman. Oh, what do you think of that in high school? God, what do you think about it?
Harry High.
St. Agnes, Polytech.
Robert Cleveland Memorial High School. It's like it never ended. I mean, what the hell was I doing last night dreaming about Richard Del Vecchio?
She wasn't any better than I was, so why did she get to be cheerful?
I don't know if it's still standing Oceanside.
I knew the split. She couldn't.
Screw them! She want to sit at the table anyway. There again. He's there again. We can't miss the look. There she goes again.
Charlie Ryan.
And I never know when the breeze will blow with the rush of old sensation. Why the future should wait and my heart should ache every time I smell carnation. Something rings a bell, anything at all. All it takes is the slam of a locker or the switch from soccer to ball. A change of season seems barely reason, but there we go again.
I'm in the song.
Fighting ancient wrongs, humming golden songs in my head. Singing, come along for the ride. There's a kid inside, in my pride. There's a kid inside, singing there again.
I'm in the
There's a
song.
kid inside, he's there again. There's a kid inside.
I wish I'd never had to through it in the first place. I don't want to sound like a fanatic or anything, but Mary Jo read and ruined my senior yearbook, and I will never forgive her for it. On the very first page of the book, she wrote, "Roses are red, violets are blue. If I had your breath, I'd go live in a zoo." She wrote this with a green felt-tipped pen right on top of the picture of our school. After I read what she wrote, I never let anyone else sign my book again or even look at it. I just stuck it away in those bookcases at home. And then, last week, the mailman handed me this package. My mother sent me the yearbook because she thought I should have it to show my kids. At first, I was going to hide it. But then I realized that sooner or later, it'd come up again, and something had to be done about it. So I bought a green felt-tipped pen and practiced imitating Mary Jo's handwriting. And then right after her poem in big letters, I wrote, "Oh, just kidding." What embarrasses me most isn't what she wrote in my yearbook. It's that I'm 28 years old, and I still care.
I learned to count to 10 in French. I learned to cut a frog in two. I learned that showing how you feel can be a deadly thing to do. And the things I learned in high school, I carry with me still. The lessons taught, the stuff I thought, the hopes I held, and the fears I fought. The things I learned in high school, the parts I learned to play, have made me what I am today. I learned the history of the world. I learned that something equals pi. I learned that giving up is fine as long as no one saw you try. And the things I learned in high school have been there ever since. The feelings taught, the habits caught, the junk I heard and the crap I bought.
I picked it up, took it in, got it down on the spot. Thanks a lot to all the parties concerned for the great, well-rounded public education I got. I learned a lot of things a person might be better not to know. A lot of junk I should have gotten rid of long ago. I learned a lot of facts that are no longer even so. But the things I learned in high school have been there ever since. The way I speak, how I talk, the playing cute, the acting tough, the nagging doubts, and enough's enough. The things I learned in high school cannot be wished away. They made me what I am today.
I decided that the best way to deal with high school was to get rid of all the evidence. For starters, here's the old Harper High yearbook. I'm telling you, this is a lot cheaper than therapy.
This is a picture of Monica Ormond, the most popular girl at Yarborough High. Here's me, Joel, co-chairman of the Logarithm League. Before final exam, senior year algebra, Monica Ormond spoke to me for the first time ever. She wanted me to cheat for her. What she wanted me to do is to write out the answers on a sheet of paper and let it fall to the floor, and then she'd drop a pencil and reach over to pick it up and pick up the answers too. If I did, she said she'd let me figure out sometime. This was my one chance, and I only had a second to decide. I was in pain, actual pain. I told her I wouldn't. I didn't say it's wrong or anything. I just said I wouldn't. After that, she never spoke to me again. Well, years out of school, I got stoned one night. Before I knew what I was doing, I called her up. Jesus, I said, "This is Joel." She said, "Who?" I said, "Joel Nyquist from White." "Oh," she said, "what do you want?" Oh, I should have hung up, but I didn't. I said, "Well, Monica, just want to tell you, I changed my mind."
About the friend I know.
Second thoughts about the speech I loved.
Second thoughts about a creep named Todd. Second thoughts about Denise. Oh God.
Second thoughts about the fight I should have won. Second thoughts of what I might have said and done.
Chaz was mine.
If I'd only found the words that night.
If I only had the guts to fight.
If I'd only tried to hide. Who knows?
If I'd only called back. Just suppose it got you back there and then.
If I only had the chance. If I only had the chance again.
best way to forgive me about the day.
What I would have done was push the lights high, get my sons high, knock them off their feet, and watch my landslide fly. They would have gone, yay, Judy, yay, Judy. What I should have said was,
If you don't meet ever again, I'll bust your head. Ta. That would have been beautiful. It would have been
Mommy told me you would see because you were convinced I got the lead because Becca would never break the heart of his head. I got the part 'cause I'm better than you. It would have been beautiful.
It would have been beautiful. Give what you wanted. I should have known enough to give what you wanted. She said, but think this time. She said, think. I didn't know what she meant. That's the way it went. If I only was half as good at high school as I am in my second thought. Half as good at high school as I am.
What I would have done was, what I should have said was, first of all, you
If I only was half as good at high school as I am in my second thought. Half as good at high school as I am in my second thought.
We had something at my school called the Daisy Game. It was the last week of the year, and there was always a Daisy Princess chosen from all the senior girls. On a certain day in June, every single one of us had to walk across the stage, smile as we said our names into a microphone. It's supposed to be another example of democracy in action. Well, the teachers would write down the names of the 6 prettiest girls, and then we'd all get to vote on them for Daisy Princess. That way no one was left out. I still remember exactly what I wore on elimination day. I imagine we all do. What I remember most, though, is Nancy Dugan. She was the tallest girl in our class, taller than most of the boys even. And while the rest of us walked across the stage and tried to smile while we said our names, she had the guts to go right up there and say, "My name is Nancy Dugan, and I decline the nomination."
I was voted best public speaker.
I was voted president.
I was voted student council president.
I was voted best dancer.
I was the one who tallied the votes.
I didn't win any big awards or prizes. Winning was the name of the game in high school. You couldn't wait for some kind of trophy and you weren't really anybody. But still, there was this one time during track meet, there were about 6 guys ahead of me, and somebody in the crowd called out my name. "Come on, Sammy! You can do it, Sammy!" I only took third that day. But just hearing that guy know my name. God, you were the best one.
I was standing on the 3rd step of the north staircase. I even remember the step. That's how important it was when Jack Soloway said I was sexy. We both
blush, and I had to run to my next class. I spent the entire period writing the word sexy over and over again in my notebook. It was the most thrilling thing that had ever happened to me. And I remember thinking I could die happy now. No matter what happened to me ever again, I could always tell myself Jack Soloway said I was sexy.
Once when I was cleaning out my wallet, I decided to throw away a snapshot of my old high school girlfriend. Who needs that kind of thing, right? I mean, imagine me at 3 a.m. down on my hands and knees in the garage, sifting through the contents of the garbage can. Now imagine my wife asking me what I'm doing.
He asked me over to his house. I wore Suzanne's embroidered blouse. I still remember that night, that nothing really even happened. We talked the truth, we told pushed the hair away from my eyes. It felt so dangerous then, and nothing really even happened. Funny the things you think about, funny the things you know, funny the things that fade away, funny the things that won't. Girl, I tried so hard to hide the woman waking up inside. The way I pictured his bed, the scenes I saw in my head. Wonder if I should run, wonder if I should call. I wonder if he remembered at all. I wonder if he remembered at all. Million years ago tonight, TV glowed in black and white, and I remember that girl alone with that boy, and I remember that night when nothing really
It's 3:15 and everybody in the whole school is gonna have it. Like 100 kids out back in the parking lot waiting to see me, Cream, and Eddie Rondello. The tension's terrific because they know the people from the meet, you understand? So he says, okay, asshole, you ready? And I say, you bet I am, you chicken shit, Nick. So I take off my shirt, see, and he takes off his. Timmy said he's referee, the way as Timmy, nobody knows. So I say, screw the referee, let's get on with it. Kids start backing away all of a sudden, and I come and throw it like crazy. My first punch is a beauty, whammo! There's like this big roar from the crowd, and I'm feeling good, you know? Really good. First I let him think he's got me, because punching away like the stupid rock he is, used my body's just 2 minutes. I go, ooh, ooh. That knowledge is really getting to me, but all the time I'm thinking, that's it, Eddie. Wear yourself out. In 2 minutes, he's all done. Except for a little blood coming out of my ear, I'm fresh as a daisy. Some girl starts screaming because she sees I clipped him on the ear. And he's kind of staggering around with all this blood all over. she starts screaming, "Stop it! Stop it!" And that's when I made my big mistake. She screams, "You're murdering him!" And in like a split second, I turn away. Doyle grabs me by the knees and topples me over on the blacktop and starts pounding me. I go, "Bam! Bam! 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 You can't! She hasn't made me turn away! Where are you? Say it, where are you?" Doyle was good though, I gotta give him that. Then I got scared. I can see he's unconscious. The rest is kind of a blur. Patsy came up and put her arms around me, I remember that. Then he's waking up, he's okay. I mean, thank God, he killed the guy.
I never said I'd give Rolf. That's the thing. I wouldn't. I think he respected me for that.
After the fight, of course, I was a king.
I could have beat him up. I could have beat him. He knew that, too.
Eddie. Eddie?
Very good.
Hey, a long time no see, Papa.
Long time no see.
He looks so handsome. So, I don't know. Just the way I hoped, I guess. Not like a boy all dressed up in formal clothes. Like a man.
It was the last time I saw her. Well, the last good time before college. We had a fight afterwards about something. But that night was beautiful. Really beautiful.
Mary Ann and I didn't go to the prom. Sometimes I wish we had. She said she'd rather stay home and talk because she thought the prom was just a chance for the rich kids to show off, and well, she thought it was stupid. That night, Mary Ann got pregnant. Bill says she's glad we didn't go, and I say, yeah, me too. I used to watch it real fast. You know, now it seems like life years away.
It really was the happiest day of my life. Don't get me wrong. Not complaining or anything. No, nothing was ever going to be as wonderful. Kind of scary. As romantic as a senior prom. At my school, the prom had to be canceled because of a bomb scare. I recommended that this be made an annual tradition.
I had a dream last night where someone found out I never took those courses that were necessary for graduation, and I had to go back to school to make up the work. I sat down at a desk, which was way too small for me, but nobody else in the classroom even noticed that I was any different from them. Then Mrs. Delaney, my American problems teacher, hands out these test booklets, and someone has drawn up these pictures all over it. I don't know what to do. Should I tell Mrs. Delaney and call attention to myself, or should I just ignore the pictures? In which case, she'll probably think I drew them. The pictures are pencil, see, so I got to erase them. All of these little breasts and penises and sick people doing horrible things to each other. But as soon as I got one part erased, I noticed another one, and another. Finally, the bell rings, and Miss Delaney starts collecting the test booklets, and I realize I never even opened mine. I don't even know what to tell them about. And what's worse, all the pictures are still there. I start tearing up the book like crazy and sticking pieces of it in my mouth, trying to chew it all up and swallow it before she gets to me. Then she's standing over me and she says, "I was the game. When did you start with it?" That's as far as it went. I woke up in a cold sweat. I wanted to say, "I hate it, you bitch! I hate it!"
trigonometry is going to come in handy someday.
I believe that people that violated the dress code were born troublemakers and deserve whatever punishment they got.
When I was a sophomore, I believed in the honor system. When I was a junior, I believed in getting to college.
I believe that a woman's virginity is a pearl of a great price. I believe that boys lost their respect for girls if she didn't tell them when to stop. Still, when Jerry Geller was going up to Panama as an exchange student, I really wanted him to know the way I felt about him. He was so good-looking and sweet and kind of shy. He said if we both wanted to, it couldn't be wrong. Well, I decided I believed in Jerry Geller.
Used to be on a Saturday night, my two buddies and me, we'd get high as a kite, and I'm telling you, we were a hell of a sight, drunk as a skunk in May. It never took a lot, just a six-pack of beer, but it worked in a shot, put us right on our ear, and the talk, it was not what you like to hear. Down at the music reggae. Man, oh man, we were something to see. On a half of a can, we were gone as could be. We were made in Japan, my two buddies and me, drinking the night away. Now I'm halfway through my 32nd year. That's for getting thirsty for a can of beer. But I don't go crazy like a kid. Don't go bananas the way we do. I can drink all night before it even shows. Now when I get loaded, no one ever leaves. Only trouble is it doesn't feel like it used to be. Take me back to those Saturday nights. I'm telling you, Jack, if they had any flights, I would try to get to where I'd like to see me again. I would try to feel a feeling that was 10 out of 10. I would try to buy the beer and keep my buddies in bed. Jump in again and chug a lug away. And get
What I remember most about high school is my mother telling me not to worry, that nobody ever asked me out. I was a late bloomer, she said, and I thought, what if I never bloomed? And then one day in the spring of my junior year, Ricky Dalton, who was captain of the swim team and used to sing solos with the glee club, came up to me in the hall and asked if he could go out with me on Saturday night. And I said yes. I was so happy and nervous and excited, and then, well, the very next morning, I found out why he asked me. I got a pink slip at home, which meant I had to go see the girl's vice principal. I'd never gotten a pink slip before, and I thought that people who did were in deep trouble. I felt really sick. And when third period came, I went to the office. Oh, Miss Haskell said, she said there had been something written about me in one of the boys' laboratories. And was it true? I started to cry and felt so sick I couldn't even talk. And Miss Haskell just kept saying, is it true? Was it true? Finally, I said, no, it wasn't. Well, she said that was okay, but that if it ever happened again, I'd have to be put on probation. I told her I understood. And I thanked her. I thanked her! But anyway, that was high school. Those things happen.
you remember gym class? You do 400 push-ups in 45 seconds, while some Neanderthal threatens to shove your jockstrap down your throat, right? And there's always some thief who can't do anything. We had this kid called Joel the Jelly Roll, who was like the thief of all time. Our gym teacher, Bucklewick, flew up at him once and told him he was the biggest dipshit he'd ever seen. Couldn't catch, couldn't throw. He was so fat. How fat was he? He was so fat that when he got benched, nobody else could be. Honest, I mean, he was so fat that when you saw him in the showers, you couldn't even tell if he'd a brick or not. Want to know what guy's name? One day in the locker room, one of the guys goes, "Hey, Joe, where's your pecker?" And somebody else goes, "Here it is," and holds up this jelly roll thing from his lunch. So we all start talking around, though. "Joel, Joel, jelly roll, how's your pecker?" So we have to hold Joel, The top of it was when Danny shoves the jelly roll in Joel's face and makes him eat it. I nearly fell over from laughing so hard. Every so often I think of stuff like that and I break up all over again. But wife hates it when I tell that story.
It's not funny, Bobby. It's not funny.
You just had a B-day, you know? You just had a B-day.
I ran to beat the bell with those people every day for years. Raced around the track, measured back to back, lived with them for years. Say goodbye and then you go your separate ways. But time and time again, there they are in the haze. Sometimes it's like they're watching as I go on. Day out, day in, I lose, I win, and somehow I feel I do it for them. Why should I still be bothered when will the ghost be gone? How can I feel my life is real when half of the time I do it for them? Wonder, wonder, how will they make me now? Wonder, how will I let you love now? Wonder, the years have gone by. I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know. And now like a broken record, endlessly spinning on, running my race, my foolish chases, only to find do it for them, always for them, looking back over my shoulder for them.
Writing my dissertation on the parameters of social interaction in the American adolescent society. Put most simply, my central thesis is this: people who gave me grief in high school should be stood against the wall and have their guts splattered out with a machine gun.
Rita Morrison once told me that being beautiful was a 24-hour-a-day job, and sometimes she wished she could be more casual about her appearance, the way I was.
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Most outstanding senior athlete, Jay Steinhaus.
I can't wait to run into him again. He'll say, "What are you doing now?" And I'll say, "I'm teaching at the university." Then I'll say, "And what are you doing?" When he tells me he's selling used cars, I'll say, "I'm so glad. That's just where a shit like you belongs."
I demand an apology from every person in my class for not recognizing what a great guy I was. What's more, that's not going to
I mean, I've got a family now and responsibilities. But every once in a while, somebody says to me something like, "You're a real cheerleader type, aren't you?" Or, "You must have been a cheerleader when you were in high school." And I always say, "Sure I was." Maybe some of them mean it like a put-down, but that's not the way I take it. I take it like a compliment, like they were saying, "I think you've got a good, positive kind of outlook." Of course, then there's the dumb, most big jokes who've ever been a cheerleader. Or a big turn-on. One guy even said to me, "I guess you got a lot of practice spreading your legs, didn't you?" Denny, my husband, would have punched him out in a minute. I just turned to walk away. The best fun I ever had was when Molly Baylor, Chrissy Lindell, and I did the Tina State tournament. The Pirates were about 10 points behind, and everyone was getting real discouraged. And we came out and we did Who's Got the Muscle 16 times. I mean, we were almost dead. But it got everybody all charged up. And when the Pirates came from behind, actually won, I felt like I gave my all and it really meant something. People say to me, "Oh, Judy, you're just too full of pep. I can't keep up with you." But what I hate to see is all the people I know who get so down in the dumps over nothing. You know, worry, worry, worry. You know their problem? They don't know how to get excited about things. Me, well, ever since my operation, I'm just excited to be alive. When Denny brought me home from the hospital, I said, "If we can beat cancer, we can beat anything." And you know what he said to me? He gave me this look like, "Who is this crazy woman I'm married to?" and said, "You really are a cheerleader, aren't you?"
Out of the 648 kids in my class, there are only 4 or 5 that I still keep in touch with. But I just can't help wondering about the others. I'll bet Joey Lambert's voice never did change.
Say, whatever happened to Eric Wright, who told me that the human brain stopped functioning at age 30? I heard last week that Donna Sullivan passed her bar exam. Donna Sullivan, I shall run over.
Jerry Davis, Charles Silverman. I know what happened. They went to Nam. They didn't come back. Well, I can still see him sitting around with the rest of us at the pizza place, talking about what we were going to be.
I always wondered what happened to John. Johnny DiBernardo. He wasn't a real close friend of mine, but I adored him. The thing I always think about was the time he came into social studies with his face painted blue, and Mr. Michael got all upset and told him to go wash his face or he'd be sent home. Johnny just said, "Am I to understand, Mr. Michael, that you are discriminating against me because of my color?" Well, we all started to laugh because we knew Michael was a bigot. But nobody'd ever challenged him like that before. Michael began sort of sputtering, and then he said we were all human garbage. That's what he said, honest. And he just walked out of that classroom and never came back. I adored Johnny DiBernardo.
Johnny D was my year, but in some ways he was like 10 years ahead of me. He saw through all the crap before I knew it was crap. That meant the administration really came down hard on him. If they could, they would have crucified him. But Johnny just laughed in their faces. And somehow he always got away with it.
I remember when Johnny set up a stand to sell bricks in Center Hall. He had this sign that said, "Show your school spirit, buy a brick." And they came with these mimeograph sheets that said things like, "Why did you buy this brick anyway? What are you going to do with it? Why do you think school spirit is so important?" He was weird, that's for sure. I still got my brick somewhere. You know what? I miss that crazy son of a bitch.
Johnny DiBernardo was a pain in the ass. He thought he was so smart, but all he did was make a fool of himself. I guess he was what you'd call a radical. But if you ask me, he was a short little bastard with bad acne who needed a haircut.
He was crazy, really crazy.
You know how they always told you in school to stand up for what you believe, and if you did, they'd kill you? Well, they couldn't kill Johnny.
Guys like that can't hack it in the real world. They just can't hack it. I mean, he probably turned out to be a druggie and burnt his brains out on LSD.
When Sally told me what happened to him, I couldn't believe it. I was going to be a lawyer, or going to politics, or I don't know. The last thing I ever expected him to be was a high school teacher. But when you think about it, it's exactly what he should be. Our long-awaited 10th reunion will be held at Robert Louis Stevenson High.
Class of 71 from Southside High is cordially invited to attend. It's reunion time. 20 years.
Time again to say hello to all your friends from Flora Park, class of 67. Remember the good old days in Harris High.
Come as you are. Make people remember you as you were.
There again, he's there again, humming songs.
Come along,
He's there again, humming songs, singing, come along.
here we
I
are.
knew I shouldn't have come. I knew it.
Hitting on our name
What
tag.
did they do to their hair?
Flashing back on school, acting calm and cool, scared as ever, here we
If I
are.
can play my I'm going home.
Scan the room, we catch our breath, our heartbeat races. Guess it's now or never. Face the past, better the past. God, it's been forever. It's been forever. Here we are.
Hey, B-Brain! Hey, you old douchebag! What the hell are you doing now?
I am a doctor. Come on, I'm in the neurosurgery unit of the medical center. Neurosurgery.
Holy shit! Last time I heard you was a wild man flying your eye.
That's Peggy Carstairs. She sat next to me at home ec. Oh, and there's Warren Daniels, the guy that threw up on me in the cafeteria. There's Maggie here.
Are you gonna talk to him?
Not to them. Or I'd like to the only people that came here are real friends. Wait a minute. That is Tony Black.
Well, at least there's somebody you can talk to.
Are you kidding? Tony Black, you were student body president. How he won't talk to me? Hold it! That's perfect! I'm so glad you're bored. You're glad. I didn't want to be the only one. I almost didn't come back because I couldn't face him and say, hey, we're ready. Oh, I forgot. He was anyone who would shoot his couple, right? You got it. Shoot his couple ever married too young. Why, sure up. Donald Wilson just told me it was sensational. Really? Donald Wilson? Uh-huh. And what's more, he scores too.
That's so slot. You sat up front.
Sure. Oh, sure.
Then never forget that guy. That's
Oh, me either. Oh, excuse me. Some of my friends are holding a table for me, and I promised not to.
Oh, well then maybe I could, join you.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of people.
name. But it's high school all over again.
Hey! Stuck up!
Come back to the land of the sweet. Come back here, falling in to see how you score.
Can you believe those shoes he's wearing?
It's not rodeo and you, your favorite routine. Yes, it's just like those old days of your I think I've seen this lick before.
We're the kids from Carry High. We never put out and we never get high.
Come on, do it right. Do it right, Judy.
We're the kids from Carry High. We never give up and we never say die.
That's better. That's so much better.
High school all over again. These will not die. We got old cheerleaders doing old cheers.
Yay, team!
Just when you thought you were safe, high school says hi. Forget where you've been all these years when high school appears. 17, 52, 36, hey! You're back. Fine, okay.
Yeah, I'm in better shape now.
Keep practicing, Terry. Maybe someday you'll make first string.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the high and the low.
Same old tune. Same old tune. We all sang long ago. Hurry on down, don't put up a fight. Hey, come into husbands and wives. Hey, what do you know? They got reruns tonight of the happiest years of our lives. I guess you've not been here before.
All over again.
I guess you've not been here before.
All over again. High school.
You've not been here before.
All over again. High school.
I've been here before.
And this is Erica, the woman I'm living with.
Oh, we're engaged. Oh, I understand. I'm old-fashioned myself.
Judy and I go back a long way. We started dating at, what, 15?
14. He was the first boy I ever dated. Oh, and I'll tell you a secret. Even he doesn't know. He was the first boy I ever kissed. Well, that certainly...
It certainly was a long time ago.
We went to all the dances together.
Really? You used to dance?
Oh, doesn't he still? He was terrific.
Well, I had a terrific partner.
Honestly. Ray, you don't dance anymore?
Not really, no.
He had other interests? I'm sure you do. Well, listen, say hi to your sister for me.
Sure.
And get him out on the dance floor sometime, okay?
What do you mean, takeout artist? If you weren't, who was?
Oh, I'm not saying I didn't get the first base a couple of times. I sure don't remember any full runs.
That's not what you said back then. Remember the old bargaining spot on Adams Road? Remember, I was there last week. The Penny. Your wife? You took your wife? Sure, why not? Because Mr. Rishi is just as crazy as I am. We put the kids to bed early, and I put on some English leather. It's black, except the moon started next. And I said,
Hey, did you ever do it in a car?
she got all serious all of a sudden. She said, I'm not the sort of person who does that sort of thing. Think of it. Us married 11 years, 3 kids at home. And I finally find out just where she draws the line.
I always thought you'd go into modeling.
Well, I did for a while, but
Well, I guess nobody's getting any younger.
it's not really a steady business.
Heard that. Like the suit?
Mm-hmm.
It's Brooks Brothers.
Great.
Got it in contract.
The Brooks Brothers suit?
They're cheaper over there. Not that money's an object or anything.
Yeah.
You been to Hong Kong?
No?
You're up. Well, I guess you got time. You never really could tell when things are going to start breaking for you, but geez, you really used to be something. You really used to be something.
like Ellie Holding.
She's so pretty.
Who?
Your wife.
Oh, right.
Hi, I'm Ed Kent. So, I just thought you were my class, weren't you? Yeah, your class, your year, your school. I was there. I don't remember. Why should you remember? The only other time you said hi to me was when you were on my boat. So what can I do for you? Still running for class president? Look, pal, I don't know what your problem is. My problem is I don't go for all American assholes. Come on, you want to make some of it?
Come on.
Maybe he does want to make some of it. What's the matter? Why are you backing away? So you're a big shot, big deal.
Like,
That was high school, high school. Cool it, okay? Cool it, shit. You used to look down your nose at guys like me, didn't you? No. You and your hot chick crowd and your hot chick girlfriends. I would have liked to been the one to stick it to Beverly Nair on prom night. I'm telling you. Yeah, sure. Just let us tell what I think of them. Nothing. That's what I think of them. Nothing.
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
I asked for his answer. I don't. But what? I'm not gonna say yes. He's not even gonna say. How do you know? You never even think of the time of day. Go on. Look, he's on our own. Come on. Excuse me.
Steven.
Remember?
Of course.
I'm just drunk enough that to be the dance.
Not drunk to dance?
No.
Still don't talk.
No.
You're always like that. I had this crush on you my junior year. I don't know, you could have said 3 words.
You had a crush on me?
Yeah. What's wrong? Steven?
Oh man, Dr. Stevens, believe it.
These are the kids I went to school with. What do you think?
I think you should be going sexy.
Thank God for that. See that girl up there?
Uh-huh.
That's what I wanted to see. So pretty and coy.
Wait. That's how I always figured you would.
No way, but I almost died trying. I can just see me at 6 and 17, typical down to my circle skin. Piercing my ears with the future nurse, love working like magic in. I'm so glad you didn't tell me what a nothing I was then. I'm just glad you didn't know me. I'm glad you didn't know me when.
I'm thankful too that I didn't know you, 'cause that would have meant you knew me. Singing my folk songs or learning to smoke, or panicked and pulling a D. And speaking of fears, I had an erection the whole 4 years.
No, forget it.
I'm just glad you didn't know me. I wasn't ready for you then.
Sounds like you are.
I'm just glad you didn't know me. Thank God you didn't know me.
Picture me Pepsi, but fake as they come. Making corsages of juicy fruit gum.
Picture on the edge of his chair, waving his hand in the air, calling me.
Picture a phony,
Picture how suave I could be,
doing the phony.
passing my brother's ID,
I was the worst.
and I was a bad.
Picture the dates we had.
I'm glad
You didn't
that
know
the
me.
two weren't around.
Eisenhower High.
What a creep you'd have found.
Amen.
Good riddance and goodbye. Goodbye. Having no yearbooks to sign. And don't ever ask to see mine.
I want
No
no
phones and guns. I'm glad you didn't know me. Glad you didn't know me when. Doesn't you had gone to my school. We have never had a friend. You didn't hate me. I'm glad you weren't there. Acting on the stairs. Glad you didn't know me.
Standing on the seat.
Clowning in the bleachers.
Resting while asleep.
Clowning up the teacher. Pushing all the way. Graduation day.
I'm pressed these lines on my glasses and I'll be damned if I'm going to wear them tonight. This card. Got me on the road.
I didn't grow up, so I just got older.
Let's not use that word, okay?
You know, but I didn't go to the first one because I thought I hadn't changed enough.
I know the feeling.
Second time around, I thought, how can I go back if I'm not really patient?
Or married. Or clever.
But when I got the answer this time, I thought, what the hell? The word thing about crazy, which is sure some kind of contest all the time. But I mean, what's the contest? All I know is I would have been you guys in wherever
Time has come. The night is winding down, winding down. Time to close the bar, time to get the car, time to go. And once again, here we are. Enemies and friends, all the other men of another time. I remember thinking I could die happy now.
Sweat takes off my shirt. See, he takes off his.
I still remember exactly what I wore on Elimination Day.
This was my one chance, and I only had a second to decide.
Just hearing that guy yell my name got me one of the best moments of my whole life.
Miss Haskell just kept saying, is it true? Well, is it true?
You really are a cheerleader, aren't you?
You had to be there, you know? You just had to be there.
I drove by my old school this afternoon, and I stopped for a while, watched the kids playing baseball on South Field. They seemed so young, hardly like high school kids at all. Been watching for maybe 5 minutes before I realized the old guy who was coaching the team was Mr. Buckwitz, my old phys ed teacher from way back in freshman year. Back then I was fat, real fat. About a foot shorter than I am now. All the guys used to call me Joel the Jelly Roll. Mr. Buckwitz told the class one day that I was the most uncoordinated kid he'd ever had in all his years of gym teaching. Buckowitz, and all the others laughing. There he was, today on Southfield. I wanted to hate him. The way I hated him when I was 14. I wanted to go up to him and say, you know, I know what you are. Don't think I've forgotten what you did to me. But he was this little man. I mean, he's so much smaller than I remembered him. So much older. Let's see if I'm ready to retire now. Besides, I don't hate him anymore. I don't have to. I'm not 14 anymore, and I don't have to obey him anymore, and I'm not totally jelly roll anymore. Jesus Christ, sometimes when I look back, all I can think is I made it. I made it. I made it.